Welcome back to the Division 2. In this video we are doing our exotic reconfigure test, just to see if it's actually worth reconfiguring the exotics. One thing I want to point out first is the fact that they told us publicly on State of the Game about the Baker's Dozen nerf, and then they went and made it public through patch notes for everything else that they've nerfed and changed besides the Baker's Dozen. And I think the reasoning behind that is because they didn't just nerf the Baker's Dozen. They've literally, the M1A as well, the Classic M1A, they haven't just nerfed it, they've thrown it into the ground. And it's unbelievable. I'm actually stuck for words. Before the update, like I was going to do a tribute. I knew how bad this would be. Well, I say I knew it would be bad, but I completely underestimated it. Before the update, mine was 564k base damage. Now take a look at that. I have lost 226,000 base damage on my Baker's Dozen. That is not a nerf. They've decreased it by almost 50%. It is probably around a 40% nerf. But another thing that's annoying is, I believe it might have been title update. I don't even know what title update. When they released episode 2 during year 1, they boosted the M1A up by 38%. So my guess is that they buffed it then, let players have it for a few months or something, and then they've just basically taken back that change. So it wasn't any new work they've had to do, they just had to remove one of the buffs from it. And it's so, infuriating. I'm just completely, absolutely fucking pissed that they've done this. It would have been, I'd say it would have been acceptable doing 10, maybe 15% or something, but literally 40% off is a joke. But I'm not going to sit there and talk about that anymore. We're going to go do the reconfigure test. I'm just hoping this all works how it's supposed to. So if we go to Anaya, we've got all the reconfigure blueprints here. So I'm actually having to pay for these blueprints. Are you joking? I need to pay for the blueprints. Oh, do you know what makes this 10 times worse? The fact that for Title Update 9 to celebrate the update, they're giving away another backpack trophy and 3 apparel caches. I know there's going to be a lot of players that could use the apparel caches, they like the idea of it, but I just want to quickly take you and to look at this. 99 plus. I don't care for the caches. I said on Twitter, I stated they're taking the piss with this nerf and everything, and I believe what they should have done, instead of giving us a backpack trophy, they should have given us 10 exotic components. Something that's actually related to the title update. Something that is relevant for players that will help the players out, but no, instead we get these little dingly danglies that sit on the bottom of our bags. Here we go. Wait, what roles does mine have? Last ditch having a look. And the purples in my inventory are there for a reason. You'll see soon. So I'm going to write this down just so I'm not an idiot and forget it. Okay, I've written it all down. And just so that you guys know, I'm doing this purely for a test. I'm actually risking my pestilence because if I do get a triple god rolled, I'm still going through all 20 exotic components on the same weapon. So it's probably stupid doing the pestilence, but fuck it. I don't care. We're going to go 20 times on this and see the state of the rolls. Okay, so we've got a single god roll straight off the bat, but look at the state of the LMG damage, 9%, 7% to targets out of cover. Okay, let's go back, and we go back into it, and we select that, and then we craft it again. Okay, to be fair, that's a lot better than the one I had. That's quite good rolls. So now what's going to be interesting is finding out what the minimum values are on everything. Is it just guaranteed to give me damage to armor god rolled? Because if that's the case, that's a little bit bad. That was never the case. It is, every single time. You're literally just re-rolling 2 stats. You're not actually re-rolling the whole weapon. There we go, there's a double god roll. That's annoyed me that the damage to armor... obviously it's good for crafting, don't get me wrong. But it's annoyed me that it's a guaranteed god roll on the damage to armor, because why wasn't that the case before reconfiguring? And that just means that it's going to be the exact same for every other thing now, more than likely. Okay, there's another double. So we know that each stat separately can be god rolled. So now we just got to try and get a triple god roll. I'll be happy if it gives me it on the 20th go. No, again, it's just basically got a similar value every single time. Oh, okay. Okay. That is my pestilence that I put into this machine. That was my exact stats, 12, 9 and 5. So it's literally just chewed up my pestilence, spat it out in a few different variations and then given me my pestilence back. Was that... I've used 9 components. If that does it again when I have 2 components left... So this is roll number 10. Okay, it's coming with that god roll damage to armor back. Again, like that damage to armor is a lot of the time, like 99% of the time, is coming out god rolled. That's almost the same as my one. It's got the 5 and the 9. It's just got 1% less LMG damage. It's going to give me a really shitty roll for my last one, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not sitting there deconstructing. That's got a double god roll with 14%. That's almost the perfect. So how many have I got left? I need to do 5 more before finding out if it's going to give me... Well, I mean, it could at any stage give me my old one back. So that one's just got the LMG damage. The other rolls are standards. Double god roll. We have 5 components left. That's 15 rolls without a triple god roll. That's possibly alongside one of the worst. How many we got? 4. So this one and 1 more. The next one, 6, 10 and 13. I don't think it's going to be the same as mine. It was 12, 9 and 5. No, 11, 9 and 5. So it's just spitting out. I've got 2 more attempts. It's just spitting out randomly rolled terrible... I say terrible, like that one's, but this duplicate, like that's the last one I just had. Please, my last exotic component before having to deconstruct stuff. I'll take it. Yeah, I don't see... It's like, okay, there's a few double god rolls in there. That's nice. 99% of the time, the damage to armor is god rolled. But... the other 2 stats are switching up quite a lot, and sometimes it's just a shocking roll. But out of 20 reconfigurations, I didn't have a single triple god roll. So getting your whatever exotic you decide to re-roll, like reconfigure, getting that to be perfect is going to be a pain in the arse. So that was 20 reconfigurations of the pestilence, and not a single triple god roll. So the RNG, like I wouldn't even say there's a lot of RNG. It just spits out average rolls. Well, there was one, I believe, there might have been a couple. There were 1% off being perfect, but there were 2 or 3 that had pretty, I'm going to say bare minimum rolls, because I didn't really see one lower than 11.95. But yeah, your chances of getting the perfect exotics, you're going to have to farm a lot. Like, I'm talking hundreds of hours of exotic farming just to get enough components, because I've got no components now. So let's go in and... one exotic component. So they did actually go through with halving the amount we got, because we did get 2 exotic components before this update. Yeah, as I said, you're going to do a lot of farming now to actually like have a chance of getting good rolls on your exotics, because exotic components are 1-to-1 in terms of deconstructing and getting the components. Overall, I'd say it's another pointless feature in the game. Like, I'm not saying totally, because level 30 to 40 upgrades are going to be worth it for players that want the ability to do that. But your re-rolls through reconfiguring, absolutely pointless. No need. Like, you're going to get standard sort of... like, I mean, I'm going to have to do a bit of further testing. I want to see getting exotics to drop and what their minimum rolls are now, because difficulty doesn't even matter anymore. That's another thing they messed up with. But on that note, I'm going to leave the video there. I want you to let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments. Have you tried this reconfiguring and had any better luck than me? Is it purely just based on RNG? Like, I think it pretty much is. But how bad is the RNG to the point of, have you had any luck getting the perfect item? But yeah, that's going to do it for the video. Let me know everything in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.